Hello everyone, I am Shruti Vijayargi from BISP Solution, and in this video I am going to tell you how to get and set working directory in R and how to work some of the functions in working directory. So first understand what is our working directory and what is the workspace in the working directory. So working directories are useful for keeping your work organized. A working directory is one spot, say a folder that you have created for saving all of your work, such as code you have written, the current workspace, and plots or summaries produced, and so on. All will be saved to the current working directories. So it's a good idea to create a working directory for each project that you worked on. Okay, so for getting the current path or the current directory of your workspace, for that you have to use getWD function, and for setting your path where you want to store your current work, then you use setwd, and we have to pass a path where you want to store the your work. Okay, so let's begin with R and understand how this will work in R. So first I want to tell you about some of the functions of R. Let's suppose I create a variable A, then B, and then C would store A plus B, D would store A multiplication B, and E getting stored division. D get to store A into B. Okay, so if you want that how many variables are stored in your current directory or your current workspace, you have to use ls function of R. It will define that how many variables you have created in your workspace. So recently I have created A, B, C, D and E. So this will be stored in your current directory. So A will store 10, B is getting to store 12, like this A stored division. Okay, now if you want to remove any of your variable, so use rm command and pass the name of the object which you want to delete. So rm will denote your variable or your object A, and now if I type A, so this object not found, and I again list my objects, then here A is not found. Now, if you want to remove uh, all of your objects are created in the workspace, so write rm and the bracket type list equal ls function. Then close the bracket. It will remove all the elements from your workspace. Now, if I type ls to see how many elements in my workspace, then it will denote character 0 because I remove all my objects. Now, if you want to know your current directory where you are working on, so use getwd function and just enter. So by current directory, C and users, BISP Gaurav and documents. So it returns the absolute file path representing the current working directory of our process. Now, if I want to change my current path, so what I have to do, I have to use setwd function of R, and in the double quotes I have to give the path where I want to store my data. Let's suppose I want in the desktop has a folder Shruti, and this I created an folder R, and I want that my current directory, my current data would be stored here. So I just copy this path, and I pass this path here, and I want that my data or my current workspace would be in this folder, and just enter. sorry, in the place of forward slash I have to write backslash to set my current path, and just enter. So this will set my current working space. And now if I type get wd, so this path will be written where I want to store. The current path would be set by, if I type double backslash for the separation. So this will also create the same path and creates no error. Okay, so this is how we will create our working space. And now if I type and assign variable values, so this will be stored in that path which I set. So A will store, B will store, and C will store. Okay, now suppose that we are done working for the day and we would like to save our program or progress again. We can do this using code. Using the minus, we can save our current workspace image using the save.image command. This command is used to set your workspace file, and here we can specify what you would like to save the file as. And we should add the extension r.data. Let's suppose I want that my project is first project, and I want to store this with the name first project, and it should take extension r data, and then enter. So now this image will be saved in the R folder. You can see it here in the R project. Okay, so this is how we create our file in R. Now if I want to quit from this window, I use Q command with the function for quitting from the R. Yes. Now again, if I want, we can then go ahead and load the previous workspace image using the load command. If all my data is stored in the same work directory and I want to reload another file here, so I use load function and pass the name of the file. Let's suppose I want first project to open dot r data. So use load function here. You did not require to specify the full path here because we are working in the current directory and the file is stored in the current directory. So full path does not require to be right here. But if I am not opening my first project from here and I switch to desktop for opening R, so here my current directory is other than previous. Now I want to load my first project file. So what I have to do, I have to write load function and I have to give the full path name where my file is stored. So my file is stored in the C drive, users, BISP Gaurav, desktop. Here I created folder Shruti and this I created folder R, and now I want to open my first project dot R data. So now this file is open. So this is how you get and set your path in R. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thanks for watching.